So we thought it was going to come to Verizon, but it turns out that it decided to take the regional route. And when I say regional route, I mean US Cellular. What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and the HTC Merge is in the house. Coming to US Cellular, like I said, we thought it was going to come to Verizon, but it took a different turn. 800 megahertz processor, full QWERTY keyboard, Android 2.2 with HTC Sense, and more. 3.8-inch display, 5 megapixel camera. So it's pretty well equipped, kind of high, mid-range, low, high-end device. But is this the one for you if you're on US Cellular, or should you go with something like the HTC Desire, the Samsung Galaxy S variant that they have, or heck, another smartphone? We're going to find out that and more in the unboxing. First, special thanks to our guys at Best Buy. They hook us up with phones all the time for you to win in our One Paw Bandit game. So when you walk into Best Buy Mobile to get a cell phone, you'll walk out working, be it internet, email, whatever, they'll hook you up. But enough of that, let's get into it. Unboxing. HTC Merge, is this a device to have? We'll find out. So we waited for a long time for it to come to Verizon. We thought it was going to come. The color scheme looks like something that would launch on Verizon. And the rumors pointed to it, but it didn't. It came to US Cellular and Alltel instead. Here it is, the HTC Merge, available at US Cellular now for $149.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate. So it has an 800 megahertz Qualcomm processor, Snapdragon processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, 2 gigabytes of internal storage. It's got a 3.8-inch display and a full QWERTY keyboard, 5 megapixel camera. Now this sucker has a 1400 milliamp battery, so a little bit below the kind of industry standard of 1500 milliamp hour battery, but still it has it. So we can look on the back here and see some of those specs I was just covering. It is a world device, so you can use it and roam overseas if US Cellular allows it. I haven't had a chance to take a look at US Cellular's international roaming plans, if they have any, but you can use it to take advantage of that overseas. So Bluetooth 2.1, 720p HD video capture as well. So an 8 gigabyte SD card, micro SD card pre-installed, expandable, all the way up to 32 gigabytes. So it comes in this box. You can see here, kind of a standard box. We'll pull it out, get the device out, and wait for it to power on. There we go. Here it is. It's finally available on what I call a super regional carrier. US Cellular. It's just below what I would consider national status. But here it is. Good looking device. Feels good in the hand. Has these nice metal accents both around the sides and on the back. There's that 5 megapixel camera on the back. And let's see, a bunch of stickers to pull off. Hey, that's the best part of an unboxing, right? All the different stickers. Pull that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know the noise effect was not necessary, but that's okay. Pull that one off. And you can see 4-row QWERTY keyboard, dedicated row for the space bar, and of course you have a D-pad over here, which is nice as well. So it still has this red color scheme, like you would expect it to have on Verizon. But then let's see, this battery cover looks super hard to remove. Let's see. Oh, that's going to take some fingernails. That's going to require some fingernails. I'm not even going to try that. The 1400 milliamp battery, and here it is. Start it up. So 3.8-inch display looks good. You've got your 4 capacitive buttons here, home, menu, back, and then a red search button, which is nice. It is a with Google device and with HTC Sense, and then the US Cellular logo is on the back. So like I said, metal and kind of gray excuse me, color schemes. HTC logo there at the bottom. Then on this side you have your volume rocker and micro USB charging port, and 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, power button up on the top. So this actually reminds me a lot of the Evo Shift. So you have the Evo Shift if you're on Sprint, Shift 4G that is. You have this on US Cellular and Alltel, but there aren't any really good high-end Android QWERTYs on some of the other carriers. I mean, Verizon has the Droid 2, but it's beginning to phase itself out. The Droid 3 is rumored to be on the way, but then when you look at it, that's really all you have. So Android market here, your HTC Merge Quick Start Guide, Safety and Regulatory Guide, some goodies, some reading material in the box. Then you get the HTC stuff, this cornstarch packaging, get a USB cable, get some earbuds. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like, yeah, a basic pair of earbuds, as you can see, with some extra replacements. And then you get your global AC adapter here, so you can plug, I'll show you, pulling out here, so you can plug any country's adapter in, pop it right down in there, and use it whether you're in Europe, you're in the UK, or you're somewhere in Asia. You can use that and then plug in the USB cable to go from there. So you've got that down in the box. And like I said, 8 gigabyte micro SD card comes pre-installed in the device behind the battery cover that there is no way in Hades I'm going to be able to remove with my fingernails. But you can see here. Here we go. 3.8-inch display. We're going to exit out of that and take a look at what comes pre-installed on the device. Now I like to look out, point out the little things that a lot of people don't notice, and it may not matter to a lot of you, but I think it's pretty interesting. Well, first of all, we have that nice status light up there, which is a big benefit. We're seeing these devices from Samsung and some of the other manufacturers that don't include status lights, and I've always wondered, it's kind of pointless to not have a status light in my opinion. But you see, we just shifted over to 1X, but when it comes back into 3G, you'll see that like the other carriers, it doesn't say 3G, it says EVDO. So kind of interesting, just something unique. As you can see, it's running an older version. It looks like Sense 1.5. It is not running a new version of Sense, which is kind of frustrating because you're like, this device is brand new, and it's running something that the Evo 4G had when it first came out. You see these devices like the Inspire, the Thunderbolt, and now the Sensation 4G with newer versions of HTC Sense, and this is still kind of stuck on the old stuff. But you have your typical 7 home screens here, and it runs pretty quickly. I mean, it's running through everything with little to no lag. And we'll pop up here, scroll up and down. You have Adobe Reader, which comes pre-installed. City ID, let's scroll down. Not, in terms of US Cellular applications, it's not bad at all. My Contacts Backup, Tone Room Deluxe, Your Navigator, which is kind of their telenav version. It has Wi-Fi hotspot capabilities, Quick Office, and really that's it outside of the HTC and Google stuff. So pretty clean when it comes to that. Looks good. And it's the HTC Sense you remember well. We can go into Messages here and take a look at what the keyboard looks like on a 3.8-inch display. And the screen is nice and vibrant, very bright, looks good. And let's do the Quick Brown Fox, the Quick Neon. Oh, I actually like that better. The Quick Neon Fox is glowing. Quick Neon Fox is glowing. Now, of course, you have the physical QWERTY as well. And I'm finding that Brown Fox is the keyboard, and this is something, it may work itself out with some extended use, but the keys are a little bit squishy to me. They're kind of hard to type on. It seems like there's no travel on this spacebar at all. Like, let's see here. Hey there. I mean, I'm making it through perfectly fine, but there's no travel on the spacebar. Not first impression, just first time using that. First thought that I had, not really that impressed with the keyboard, but maybe that'll change. It's something that probably requires some use on it in order to loosen up the keys. But that gives you an idea of what the on-screen looks like and what the physical looks like. And of course, you've got this animated wallpaper in the background. So let's change. Go to wallpaper and do a quick change there. HTC. Let's get it back over into. We'll do it in the stock US Cellular just to save some battery life. 1400 milliamp hour battery, like I said, isn't, it's going to make it through the day most likely. With moderate use, anything more than that is going to require a recharge. Wow, it's hot in Charlotte. Much more coverage to come on the HTC Merge on US Cellular at PhoneDog.com. So be sure to stay tuned. Reviews, first impressions, dogfights, and more on the site. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook rather, Facebook.com/PhoneDog, and follow me on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. We're wrapping up our colossal iPad 2 and smartphone sweepstakes, so be sure to check it out at the Facebook site. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked on the site for more coverage on the HTC Merge. We'll see you soon.